at this game. Alright, so I'm gonna give my initial thoughts on this game. I've been playing it for about a week or so, on and off. I haven't been playing it constantly. You know, I got a job, you know, I get busy. I get home late sometimes, and there are times where I come home and I'm just not quite in the mood to play video games. If you come home late from work, sometimes you'll know what I mean. But overall, this game is not what I expected at all. And I mean that in a good way, because when I first saw the gameplay for this at E3 last year, I wasn't too impressed by it. It looked kind of boring to me, and the concept of you living in a post-apocalypse world inhabited by tribes and robotic dinosaurs, it just didn't seem very appealing to me for some reason. It's just the concept, I was like, it just didn't work for me. And what I had wrong in my head was that I actually thought this game was a Ubisoft game for some reason. I guess that's probably because maybe it's like Tribal Time or something like that, and just the style of it kind of looked like a Ubisoft open world game like Far Cry, just a third person perspective. So that's another reason why I wasn't too excited for this game to come out, mainly because I thought it was a Ubisoft game, and I didn't pay attention to the game at all. I didn't pay attention to any of the new gameplay they released prior to the release of the game. And then shortly before it was coming out, all the pre-reviews of publishers were coming out, and they're like, yeah, this game made by Guerrilla Games. What? Oh. They were saying that this game, games made is one of their best games in a while. With their last game, I believe, was Killzone Shadowfall, and that to me was actually a good game. The multiplayer is pretty good.
You'll help.
Overall, the game is very similar to what most open world games are today. And that's not actually a bad thing. I mean, it kind of is a bad thing when I was thinking about it, because the game to me just looked like every other open world game that comes out these days. You know, you hunt, you craft, do side quests, whatnot. But my friend, she bought it, and I was kind of interested in it at this point, because I already watched some reviews on it, and I was actually quite surprised. Not only because the whole time I thought it was Ubisoft, but also because it actually was pretty good for what it is. So my friend bought it, and she
when I might need these.
game shared it with me, and she let me watch her play it. And I was like, okay, it's pretty cool. This looks interesting. It looks pretty immersive, and the actual atmosphere from what games are, you know, robotic dinosaurs, and you're in the tribe. That's actually in the future, not the past. So, I'll drink some coffee. So I watched her play it for about an hour, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna purchase the game, and I did, obviously. And at first, the opening story, the opening chapter for the game itself is kind of slow and kind of boring. Not
saving these for the trail.
You're doing the beginning of the game, and you know the game, and you're limited to your just area. You're like, okay, come on, I wanna the rest of the map, but you can't. from the bridges in my thing. Yeah.